This is very common, where problems are identified and problems don't get solved.
But here you
So what
thought you had someone in there to solve problems. You saw a problem that he obviously hadn't seen, or he's just like tail between his legs, I'll fix it."
yeah, he might
And
have
but then
seen
you
it, I don't
waited
know.
6 weeks. So you gotta have clear any kind of target, you need a clear, "I'm talking about this next week or
Okay,
in 2 weeks."
Leah, so I should have fired him, right?
No. Why? This is a real person, Dennis. What's with the
Yeah, but you said, well, you got this clock ticking, a 6-week clock. I mean, if he doesn't do it in 6 weeks, so what? What happens at the end
I
of
don't
6 weeks?
understand why you waited 6 weeks. Did he think he had 6 weeks? Was he on
Apparently.
holidays? Was like,
Well, again, all right, Leah,
you
you've
don't
been
just fire someone,
no, but you've been around the
you
sales
make them
business long
quit.
enough.
You make them quit. We all know that
No,
that's
I understand that. But the point here is, what do I do? I'm bleeding revenue. This guy is being paid to fix the problem. He agreed there was a problem. He agreed to fix it, and he didn't do it. What if it's 6 weeks or 6 months? It doesn't make any difference. What he didn't do it.
Is there progress being made? Was there anything happening? Or was he
No,
nothing?
nada.
All right.
Well,
So, do you at any point in time, Dennis, ask the person, "Why is this taking so long? I expected this to take 3 weeks. Explain to me
Yep.
why the delay?"
Okay. Good question, Boomer. Well, boss, this is complicated. We're talking about changing, modifying a sales process, and that doesn't happen overnight. The salespeople have been doing it this way for so long, and now we're going to ask them to do it another way. I mean, what do we can't just snap a finger and change sales process.
but right away, what he's saying is he's gonna ask. Hasn't he asked already?
Well, he is apparently in the process of refining where the flaw is and training the salespeople how to do that. Now, you guys have all been tried to train people. How long does it take to train somebody to do something? A week? 24 hours? 2 weeks?
Depends.
How long?
Again, you're forgetting the person. It depends on the person. Depends on what they've been doing already and what the change is. If you hire someone off the street that's never done anything before, it's going to take a longer process. If they're fully committed, might take a little bit less. But this guy sounds kind of, he really committed to what it is that you're doing?
That's a great question, Leah. What do you think? I think you're advocating for if you waited 6 weeks for a change to occur, he's not committed.
No, I mean, think about, we were all parents when my now big 6'4" guys were just tiny. They knew you do this, and if you don't do it, then this is going to happen. This is how humans work. This is how our brains work. Wizardacademy.org that sponsors us. That's when you teach. Where we've all learned so much about human behavior, but it's pretty basic. It's carrot or stick.
Carrot or stick?
I I keep going back to Dennis. I keep going back to, okay, I it was taking 6 weeks. He said it was complicated. You can't just, snap your fingers and it's be done. No, you can't. But it's still on your onus, on your shoulders as the leader to ask, okay, again, why is it taking so long? What's preventing you from making a little bit more progress? And oh, by the way, what support do you need from me to make it go a little bit faster?
I have
Interesting.
a
Interesting.
feeling, Paul, all of a sudden, Dennis is the one with the big heart here. I think this is a friend of yours. I've seen this happen. I've worked for people who had buddies that were the ones working for them. And, it's like, oh, poor little guy. I hired him. I gotta help him. Your heart was too big in this situation. And I didn't say that to you
Leah,
very often.
don't expose me like that, please. You're damaging my reputation.
You got those big boy panties on. This is serious stuff.
Well, it is. And luckily, as I said, I made a mistake. This guy, it wasn't his fault. You know whose fault it was? It's my fault. And I'll tell you why. Because I did not properly diagnose the situation. Okay. So I learned to do three things before I made a judgment, whether it's the system, the process, or the person. Ask, teach, and own. What does that mean? Ask. You guys said numerous times, find out what's the whole impact of the problem. Talk to the people who are in the problem. Who are the people that are experiencing the problem? Find out what's wrong. Get as much feedback as you can get. Learn everything you can learn about the problem first. Okay. Second, ask yourself a question. What skills does this man need? What help does this man need? What does he need that he doesn't currently have to fix what we already identified as this problem? I would say to you that I learned a hard lesson. It's usually not the person, it's their skills. Their skill level is not, you assume that it's here and it's only here. Okay. I
And the
thought he
question
had
for
this.
me is why a person assumes that, right? And it's because
Yeah, well, because we're
friendship
human and we
clouds,
assume it. Yeah. Yeah.
friendship
Yeah.
clouds, length of time they've been in there, maybe the people working under him you're not so sure of because you weren't the one that hired them.
That's right. The first cloud, though, in most small businesses is it's the people, stupid. You got the wrong people. I push back on that. I would have said that 30 years ago, probably. I don't say that today. I don't say that today because I learned the lesson the hard way. This guy was a good guy that did not have the skill that he needed to make this change. Not everybody has every skill.
Okay,
And,
so
one of the,
what's the solution for somebody listening? In this thing.
okay,
I'm going to pause that for just a moment. I'm not going to say it's the people stupid. It's the leadership stupid.
okay, that's more accurate. That's accurate, Paul. Of course, you're always more accurate. You always listen to what Lee and I say, and you come up with the right answer, and you're right.
But I want to hear what Leah asked. I want to hear the answer to Leah.
Go ahead, Lee. What was your question?
It irritates me when somebody in a position of authority, right?
Yes.
The person in authority all of a sudden throws themselves on their sword. Oh, look at this. Oh, it was my fault. Mea culpa. I've done this. I've done this. That is, if you really mean it, then just fix it. It really bugs me because it's too easy to do that after the fact. Meanwhile, you've damaged this guy for 6 weeks who is stressed out of his mind, not knowing what to do. How do
Okay,
you
but
avoid that? How do you avoid that, Dennis?
I guess well, you have to think about this differently. You have to reframe it. Okay. And that's what I did. I reframed it. So now I learned ask and get the full story first. Number two, name the skill that's missing. What is missing? And then number three, and the most important part, give the job to one owner with one date, one finish line, define what good looks like. I didn't do that. Okay. Guess what, guys? I never had a manager in my entire career that ever told me what good looks like. What does good look like? Okay. What does success look like? No one ever told me that. So from that day forward, I said, you know what? I have to define what finish looks like. I never told them what finish looks like.
So because we promised our listeners or watch our viewers the one thing to take away. What is that one thing? Did you just say the one thing?
I just said it.
Which is what again?
A A T O. Ask, find out the whole situation. Talk to everybody involved. You get a 360 of the problem. Teach the skill. What's missing? There's obviously something missing as to why this person didn't solve the problem already. What is that thing that's missing? If they're a bad person, you'll find that out too. I say they're probably a good person that didn't have the right skill training. And third and most important, give it to one owner. Okay. He owns it. He owns the outcome. He has the authority to make the decision. He has a date and a number. Okay. And it's very clear. It's an agreement. We shake hands. That makes it different, doesn't it?
But you gotta do that over and over and over again. So I'm looking forward to people calling us and letting us know how it worked for them.
Every day you got to do it, Leah.
All right. I'm out of here.
You guys are the best. Thank you. See
Ciao.
you next time on Connect and Convert.